Hey everyone, Michelle Alexandria coming at you with another video. Today I'm just thinking out loud about what I'm going to do for next generation. I have an Xbox Series X on pre-order, but I'm thinking about canceling it for the simple reason that, I prefer PlayStation. I prefer, and I have a huge backlog here. If I go with the Series X, I will be starting from scratch. Since I haven't owned an Xbox in about 4 years, and I haven't really missed it. I've always been a multi-console owner, and this is why I say this is not a console wars video. You could take that crap somewhere else. Please don't leave any console war BS in my comments. Don't even talk about PCs in my comment, because I hate you PC Master Racers. You are douchebags. Not everyone wants to play on a PC. I would never game on a PC. I hate keyboard and mouse. I hate everything about the idea of playing on a PC. I would never do it. So don't bother saying, get a PC, get a PC. Consoles suck. And every game on the Xbox, you can play on a PC. I don't give a crap about your stupid PC. Plus, I know you're a lying poser. Only 0.5% of all PC owners have a PC capable of playing 4K. Much less 4K HDR. Most PC gamers only game in 1080p on monitors. So shut the F up with this. Your PC can do everything a console can, but better. I don't care. I'm a console gamer. I'm a console gamer for a reason. So spare me those comments. With that said, and this isn't an Xbox versus Series PlayStation video. I'm just going to tell you the pros and cons as I see it. So the pro for the Series X is, again, next gen, very consumer friendly bots. Game Pass is both a pro and a con. I love the idea that next week when my Xbox Series X comes, I could turn it on and I can access 300 games off the bat. And because I've never really played Halo, Gears, Forza, all that stuff, it's going to be brand new to me. And with the day one 4K 120 patches, it's going to be awesome to finally see what everyone's talking about with, playing games in 60 and 120 frames per second and that true 4K. That's going to be an amazing experience. I would playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla in 4K 60 on this LG will probably also be an amazing experience. Playing Call of Duty campaign and even a multiplayer in 4K 120. I'm hoping it's going to be as mind blowing as people are saying 4K playing 120 frames per second is. I want to experience all of that. You can't do any of that. I'm sorry, you can't do any of that on a PlayStation 4. But the thing is, the backlog is calling me. So on the PlayStation 4 Pro, I have this huge backlog. I'm rediscovering Batman Arkham Knight, loving that. I'm still going through Ghost of Tsushima. I hate the fact that they removed my 100% in Platinum trophy here because they released the update. So I'm going through Game Plus on Ghost of Tsushima. Battlefront 2 was a free PS4 game, PS Plus game, so I haven't started it yet. Again, Batman Arkham City I want to go through again. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I beat it. I don't like multiplayer game. I don't like most multiplayer games, so I haven't really gotten into Warzone. And I don't like the multiplayer on Call of Duty Modern Warfare because it's basically Camp City. I take one or two steps and I die. So I've never got into the multiplayer for Modern Warfare. Days Gone, I haven't even started. Call of Duty World War II, again, I beat. Street Fighter 5, I haven't even started up yet, and I love the Street Fighter series, so I want to play this. Fall Guys, it was a free game, haven't even played yet. Red Dead 2, I finally started this game, but I want to wait and play this on the next gen console. So I want to get this again for the Series X. again, bonus content. Last of Us. I've never liked Last of Us, but I do want to play Last of Us Part 2. I bought this game out of spite, just because of all the ridiculous hate this game got. I bought it just to show support. But I do want to play it. Spider-Man, I absolutely hated this game. I played it for like an hour or two, and it was just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, and it was a buggy mess. I would take 1 or 2 steps, 5-minute cutscene, 1 or 2 steps, 3-minute cutscene, 1 or 2 steps, 5-minute cutscenes. It was ridiculous. And it was the same thing with Last of Us Part 2. I tried playing it for about 40 minutes, and I think I'm still in the bar in the village because all the cutscenes, I would take 1 step, cutscene, 2 steps, cutscene, 3 steps, cutscene. It drove me nuts. I got tired of it really quickly. And then if you go into my library, I have billiards, tennis. I have a pretty huge library of games that I haven't even started and haven't played, and I really want to play because I bought them or I got them as part of Game Plus. I actually watched the Horizon Zero Dawn movie on YouTube, and this game is brilliant. I want to play it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I feel bad because Ubisoft gave me any Ubisoft game you see, the Ubis gave it to me. So Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey, I still want to play those games. Shadow of Colossus, I still want to play. So if you look at my backlog, I have a lot of amazing games that I still got to go through. And so the only reason there's no real reason for me to get the Xbox Series X when I have this huge backlog of titles that I still got to go through and play. The other thing I don't like about the Xbox Series X is the simple fact of the matter is I don't like the fact that if you want to stream off of it, you have to use Facebook. You can't even stream to YouTube, and that sucks because I want to be able to stream 4K content straight to YouTube. I'm not getting more and more locked into Facebook because I'm thinking about canceling and deleting my Facebook account. I don't want to be locked into that vile company. But the thing is, Sony has been so damn anti-consumer, it's maddening. For one, I have never ever liked, and again, let me say it again. I've never liked Sony. I never have. Even though back in the day they used to love me to death. I was invited to all the Sony parties. They gave me game systems. I talked to the president. I talked to my man Kaz on several occasions. I loved Kaz. Sony hasn't been the same since my man Kaz, Ridge Racer, left at Sony. So I used to know people at Sony. They loved me, but they've become really anti-consumer this generation, and definitely going into the next generation. There's still so many things we don't know about the PlayStation 5. Does the 4K Blu-ray drive support Dolby Vision? That would almost be a deal killer for me, because one of the things I want to do is I want to consolidate. I want to be able to get rid of my Panasonic UBH and just use my my next gen console to play games. I know the Series S doesn't support Dolby Vision on its 4K drive. That's annoying. So I don't know anything about the PS5. Like I said, does it support 4K Dolby? Does it support 4K Dolby Vision playback on a 4K drive? If it doesn't, I might as well get the digital version of the console. Will all of these games that I have on this system, will the save files actually work on the PS5? We don't know. That's why I don't even really want to start any of these games. I mean, granted, I haven't played these games in like 2 or 3 years, so I don't know why I would magically think I would play them on the PS5. But I bought these games for a reason, so I do want to play them, and I do want to delve into them. But I want to play them on the new consoles, where you get the boost mode, and you can squeeze some more frames per second out of them. I just want to know how all of that stuff works on the PS5. Well, we'll know within the next couple of weeks when regular people get their hands on them. On the Series X, even though I don't own any games on the Series X, I love that Microsoft has been transparent, and I love that the Series X It's just brute forcing stuff to 4K and brute forcing stuff to 60 frames per second and 120 FPS. That's pretty awesome and exciting, especially for people who already own these games. Sony isn't telling us anything about how their backwards compatible work. Will my game saves even transfer over to the PS5? I want to know all of that. It's frustrating that Sony isn't even telling you that. I hate the fact that Sony is charging for next gen versions of stuff. Now, I do love the idea of the game collection that they're doing, where basically, they're going to make PS5 versions available by the Game Pass feature, game PlayStation Plus feature. However, you got to subscribe to all of that stuff. That's ridiculous on the Series X. If I own these games on the Series X, every one of these games would just play on the Series X. I don't have to subscribe to anything. I could just I own the games. I will be able to just play them on the Series X, and I will be able to play them in the best way possible. That's appealing. But again, I don't own any of these games on the Series X, and that kind of sucks. I would have to rebuy a lot of this stuff. But it's the holidays, so a lot of these games will be available on the Series X, either via Game Pass. I already checked, or there'll be holiday sales where I can get these games for like $10 or $20, and I would hate having to rebuy certain games, but I also wouldn't mind it because I would know that I'm going to get stuff like Kingdom Hearts stuff is on the Kingdom Hearts stuff is actually going to be in Game Pass. The Madden stuff is going to be in Game Pass. I don't know about Strider. Wolfenstein is going to be in Game Pass. I think a couple of the Assassin's Creed games are in Game Pass. Of course, none of my PlayStation exclusives are going to be in Game Pass. I don't know if Life is Strange is going to be in Game Pass. Mad Max, I think, is in Game Pass. I only paid $5 for that game, so that's not a big deal. But all my Call of Duties, I beat those games, and I don't want to have to redo them. Assassin's Creed: The Enzo Collection, I haven't started, and I do want to play this. I don't think this is in Game Pass. That sucks. The Tomb Raiders are in Game Pass. Hitman's in Game Pass. Sekiro, I'm not sure it's in Game Pass or not. But after playing Ghost of Tsushima, maybe I'll do a little Sekiro next. So yeah, this is why I may consider sticking with my PlayStation 4 Pro until I can actually get a PS5 next year. But it's only a week away, so I might as well keep my pre-order the Xbox Series X. So yeah, this was a rambling video, but I'm still not sure what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to probably end up keeping my Series X, but I really don't want to manage multiple consoles, and I really do want to go through all my games on PS4 Pro and then start fresh with the PS5 next year when I can get it. But I don't like the fact that Sony has been so anti-consumer. They haven't told us anything about the PS5. They can't even get the pre-orders. They royally screw people with their surprise pre-order nonsense. And again, it turns out all those rumors about production issues and issues with the PS5 are true. That's the only thing that explains how botched Sony is with this launch. You're not even going to be able to get pre-orders on launch day. I love the fact that Xbox is kind of like stocking scalpers by making product available on launch day, and I love the fact that a lot of these stores are saying, you have to order your product online and then come into the store to pick it up. I just hope that these stores institute a one console per household policy, so people can't roll up in there as a group of people can't roll up into these stores and pick up consoles, because then they're scalping those consoles. But it's going to make it easier on people to get an Xbox Series X on launch day, and I love that. We're not even going to you're not even going to be able to get a PS5 on launch day. They're not going to have in-store orders available on launch day. I think they may probably open up some pre-orders just to be able to say that they did, but those quantities are going to be so limited that it's going to be sold out within 5 minutes. And like I said, I'm not jumping through effing hoops to get this thing. And so yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do. As you can tell, I keep going back and forth, even during this video, where I'm like, I'm going to keep the Series X because, I already pre-ordered it. It's already paid for. The other thing I love about the Series X, and it's such a little thing, but I love the fact that the memory card is external, that you could just buy a memory card and pop it in. I don't have to go in and open it up and risk breaking it by taking off the little hinges. And I'm just so overdoing crap like that. I'm not a PC gamer. I don't want to be a PC gamer. I don't want to be opening up my gear to install memory. I just want to be able to buy a memory card, pop it into a port, and keep it moving. I love that about the Xbox Series S. Yes, I did buy the 1 terabyte Seagate card, and I'm sorry, expanded store. This kind of memory isn't cheap. It's not going to be cheap for a while. Next gen gaming is going to be a little bit expensive for things like that. When SSDs first came out, those things were like $1,000 for a gigabyte of SSD. So this new NVMe memory is going to be pretty expensive, probably for the next 2 years. And it's not magically cheaper on the PlayStation 5 front. If I want a 2 terabyte drive, which I would absolutely buy for my PS5, that would cost me $400. I'm mentally ready to pay that price, but that's $400. That means you're paying $500 for a console. And on day one, I have to get a 2 terabyte memory storage upgrade, and that's another. And the thing is, I can't even use that in conjunction with the storage that's already there. I have to take out the 768. The memory that's already there and replace it with the 2 terabyte drive. So essentially, I am paying $400 just to get 1 terabyte of extra storage. That's absolutely ridiculous. Whereas on the Xbox, and people aren't talking about that, but on the Xbox, it comes with the 1 terabyte drive. I bought the 1 terabyte from Seagate for $215. So that gives me 2 terabytes of storage. When the 2 terabyte drive comes out, or the 4 terabyte drive comes out, I better buy the 2 or 4 terabyte drive, and then pop that in. I will still have my 1 terabyte of base storage, and then I can just add the others. So basically, I would end up with 1 terabyte base storage, 2 terabyte external. That's 3 terabytes of storage I would have for my Xbox Series X next year. Plus, I'll still have my 1 terabyte drive. So I'm good. I'm good, and I still spent less money than I would for the PS4 in terms of storage. So I still put myself into just going Xbox and giving Xbox a try. And the nice thing is, I bought my Xbox during the holidays, so you have extended return policies going until the end of January. So there's no reason for me not to keep it and play around with it, see if I like it, see if it grows on me, and see if it lives up to the hype. So yes, I convinced myself I'm keeping the Series S. So next week, I may do some videos on that, but I'm trying not to be a gaming channel too. So anyway, this is a channel for things that I love, that's on my mind. Have a great election day, everyone. I hope Biden wins. Go Biden! But I still think Trump is going to win because, the fix is in for him. But, it is what it is. No point in continuing to be upset over all this nonsense. I'm just hoping for the best. And I hate Biden, but I don't want to talk about politics. But he's better than Trump. So anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.